So what do you think is the most important skill for a musician to develop in today's industry? Because we both know that today in the music is different from back then. It was the
Yeah,
cassette tapes, it was the vinyl, it was the
right.
CDs, and you can get out there and you can hustle, selling a CD to somebody or go to a corner store and
Yeah,
find a CD. But now, people are literally using their phones to record songs. They're streaming this music that's barely paying them anything. Back then we recorded until, they recorded and recorded and recorded until
yeah,
they got a hit. They had people voting, to say this is a hit. But
yeah.
now in this industry, what do you think is the most important skill for a musician, being that it's so easy?
Um, the most important skill is to learn. You have to learn and listen. You have to learn. Um,
Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast. I am your host, Author Nikki Nicole. Here I believe in winning together and creating a safe, supportive space for people to share their stories and start their healing journey. My passion is to help people confront hidden battles, embrace their truths, and take steps towards a more fulfilling life. Every episode is designed to break the silence on topics that often go unspoken, leading to conversations that uplift, inspire, and transform. Join me as we break the barriers and find strength through shared experiences, one story at a time. Welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Silence, where you can unleash your inner voice. I am your host, Author Nikki Nicole, and season 5 is still going with some amazing people, taking things to the next level and winning. Over the past few seasons, you've seen pain uncovered, new talent discovered, and transformation has occurred. Every episode has broke the silence in some type of way, and I will continue to shine that light in the darkness to empower people to rise to the next level. It is time for us to be heard, it's time for us to be healed, and it's time for us to transform. So let's get to the reason why we're here today. So my guest today is Mr. James W. Sparrow Jr. He is a man who wears so many hats. When I say so many hats, so many hats. He has Kangos, fitteds, and all. He's a singer, he's a rapper, he's a producer, he's a freestyler, he plays instruments. He's from Chicago. He's a father of 3, a grandfather, and he's a peer support for mental health. He also is known as J Dub in the music industry. So, after the countdown, please welcome this amazing man to the Breaking the Silence platform so we can have this conversation and find out how he got where he is today. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
All right, all right. So tell everybody a little bit more about yourself. I know I said a lot, but give us a little bit more about you. Tell everybody a little bit more about you.
My name, like you said, my name is James Sparrow, James Winston Sparrow Jr. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Currently residing here in Portland, Oregon, in King City. You know, I mean, man, I don't even really know where to start except for that, man, because it's been a long road for me. Um, you know, I'm a current member of Do or Die. I'm an acting member still of Do or Die. Not only that, I was quote unquote one of the people that was ghostwriting for NARD, which is NARD. I also wrote the first verse to Poe Pimp. You know that "Do You Wanna Ride in the backseat of a caddy, chop it up with do or die. Yeah, I was one of the first people to, to really write a verse to that song. That's why AK have two verses. Um, you know, I mean, it was like just sitting down, just really discussing everything with all of us, letting them know that, okay, this, and this. Um, we was basically just going with the strong points. The ones that with the coldest raps can go on the platform first. That's how we looked at it. All of us came to that agreement. Um, I had a picture of all of us sitting on the front porch, which was on DJ Funk's front porch, which he is the founder of all of us. He's the one that brought all of us together. How can I say it? We used to like just get up every morning, skip school, come to his house. We knew his grandmother was at work, so we would come over there, practice dancing, and and being ready to go out and just pursue our dancing career throughout the community. And so we would get into talent shows and stuff like that. That's how we started, getting into talent shows, doing talent shows. Then it went from talent shows to doing school talent shows. And then from school talent shows, we started imitating different artists. Nard, he looked like Too Short, so he was playing Too Short. AK, he looked like Easy E, so he was doing Easy E. And me myself, I looked like Dr. Dre, so it was more of the fact that we was the local NWA group, when we first started rapping. So, we took our our talent to the next level, which was stop dancing so much into rapping because AK had got shot. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't dance the way he used to. Even though he still had a bullet in him, he would still get out there and try to dance. And we was like, no, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? So we all decided to put together, turn Do or Die into a rap group. So when we did that, DJ Funk, he was already doing the mixing, which is like ghetto house music. DJ Funk, he got tracks over in London, throughout the whole United States, So him being a brother to us, because we all used to go to his house and dance, and his grandmother would be like, Chucky, turn that music down, So, everything that from that point, he showed us how to mix and master our songs. And then I would get I say 300 cassette tapes of
cassette tapes.
Yeah, of our first song, which was No Love. And I would take that. We had a maxi single. It was No Love, and what other song was it? It was No Love, Heading Back, and two instrumentals. So it was a maxi single. So what we would do, I would get out there and I would sell those tapes, bring the money back to to DJ Funk, and he would get us some more printed up, and then people started liking it because what I would do, I would go over to the gas station, I would go to the car wash, that's where you can get the most sales, if you're doing it, the poor man way, and so I was like, okay, well, since I'm turning all these, I'm trying to promote a little bit more, So we just started doing shows throughout Chicago, and
Nice.
and then we took all our money that we had, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, even though we was getting it illegally, you know what I'm saying, which was selling drugs and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We was some of the ones that didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So we would take all of our money, put it together, and then we started getting donations from people throughout our community that know that we dance, that we rap, you know what I'm saying, know that we're entertainers. So they started putting their money into it to help us out, you know what I'm saying? So um, at that point, you know, AK's mom, she used to get on our butt because we would be in her front living room with the music blasting, and she was like, "Y'all ain't got nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere else. Get up out of this house." You know what I'm saying? But we was like, "Mom, come on now. Let us do this." You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we would go in the back room, you know, in the dining area, you know what I'm saying, and just watch TV back there. But you know what I'm saying? At least she gave care and consideration to our talent. You know, right now to this day, I wish my mom was still alive. To whereas, you know what I'm saying, I can go to my mom and be like, "Look, mom, we finally made it." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which she did know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I wanted to show her that we, no matter what, we might have been hard headed, but we was doing something good with our stuff. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
wasn't out there shooting, robbing, you know what I'm saying, gang banging super hard, you know what I'm saying? So um, it was more the fact that we just put away the bull crap, you know what I'm saying? And we
Right.
separated ourselves from those that was gang banging super hard and, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So with that said, it's like when we got to rap a lot, you know what I'm saying? We we sold our soul. We went in there straight selling everything.
Wow.
We didn't care. We did not care. We wanted that money, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
and that publicity, you know what I'm saying, because we was on a bigger platform. You know, when Crucial Conflict came about, they got on the platform before us. You know what I'm saying? And so did Twister. Twister, he got on the platform because he was in the Guinness Book of World Records for saying the most words in under a minute. You know what I'm saying? So he was already on the platform, and then his CD dropped, but it flopped. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Twister?
like, huh? Yeah,
Twister
Twister.
CD flop?
Yeah. His first CD. Um, and it was like okay, he wasn't reaching the audience because he was rapping fast. Everybody wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was on that slow rap. You know what
Only
I'm
he
saying?
can master that though. Whew.
Right. Now See, now we getting into the match crew. You know what I'm saying?
So,
The whole match crew. It's called match crew. That's all of us together. It's Do or Die, Twister, Psychodrama, Triple Darkness, the Snipers. You know what I'm saying? JD Walker. You know, we got a big family. You know what I'm saying? Of all of us coming together. You know what I'm saying? And coming up with match crew. It's called Mastered All Technical Styles, and
right.
that was us. You know what I'm saying? So when we came out with all of that, you know what I'm saying, and when we go to do a show, we're not just we're not just gonna let you tell one person they can get up there and rap. No. All of us getting up there. We
I
don't
know
care.
that's right.
So we come to take over a show. When we take over a show, we taking it over. We're gonna set the trend to let you know. Look, hey, them cats right there, we Do or Die, the whole match crew, Twister and all us. Yeah. We really shutting it down. So you know what I'm saying. With that said, it was like we did a show in the South Side of Chicago. Um, Haters, you know what I'm saying? They basically it was like after Do or Die perform, we leave. You know what I'm saying? We leave. We're not sitting around talking, lollygagging with the audience, none of that. We're gonna do our show and we're gonna go. So here it is. We had just got done doing the show, and AK, me, AK, and B-Lo, we was walking to the car, and so here it is. It was two guys come up out of the alleyway, and it was like, hey, is y'all psycho drummer? We was like, no, we do or die, right? So they let us go past a little bit further down the block. Next thing you know, we hear pow, 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 pow. Here it is. AK got hit again.
Mm.
So, and he was running directly in front. When I say directly in front of me, directly in front of me. I don't know how he got hit and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like at that point I'm like, it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he's still here today. He's still performing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a blessing. You know, so
So with all these stories that you have
yes.
about, starting out, what inspired you to, start a career in music? Because you can rap, you can sing, you can make beats, and you can freestyle. So where did the beginnings happen for you before Do or Die? You
Um,
say, pivotal moment to say, you know what, this is what I like, this is what I'm great at.
it happened when, like I said, when we was at DJ Funk House. You know what I'm saying? DJ Funk, he's basically quote unquote my brother. You know what I'm saying? He basically we look like twins. So, you know what I'm saying? They was like, they go the dancing twins. You know what I'm saying? So by us doing house music, it was more the fact because all of us grew up together on the same block.
Right.
So it was like, okay, well, I know this all I know. I know my talent. I know what I
Right.
like. I know what I like to hear. I know what the audience like to hear. So with that said, I just like evolved all that into one ball and just
Right.
said, now it's time for me to do me. After Do or Die blew up, I got my royalties, they got theirs. You know what I'm saying? I got my royalties from writing songs for Nard. You know what I'm saying? I wrote most of his verses on his. You know, um,
So your role with Do or Die was you wrote the verses and the songs.
I wrote I wrote I wrote 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? And 2 verses. You know, so the intro to Picture This, um, Nard verse, I wrote that. Um, AK verse to Poe Pimp, I wrote that. Um, man, it's like the song Killer Be Killed, I wrote that, except for Psychodrama verse, which was Young Buck from Psychodrama, his verse. Um, you know, I was just basically a ghostwriter, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And so after I moved here to Portland, after went on tour with them for 3 years, you know, opening up for them and stuff like that. That's how I knew that, okay, yeah, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to shy away from them a little bit because, you know what I'm saying, they was the center of attraction. And
Right.
I didn't want to be in their shadows. So that's why I moved to Portland and started my own music studio here in Portland, which is Bark Out Loud Records, you know what I'm saying,
Nice.
slash studios. So you know, I did that, and then I was one of the first people here in Portland, Oregon, to start a nonprofit music studio. And what happened is that I don't care if you got 50 cents. I love music so much to where I'm finna do your whole album, especially if you hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you get out there so that way you can do your thing. You know, and that's how my son career started.
Okay.
My oldest son. You know what I'm saying? His name is Orlando Scott. You know what I'm saying? You can check him out wherever you want to. He's all over the place. Um, you know, I just
So
like
so who were some of your biggest influences in the music industry that shaped your sound and shaped your way of music?
I want to say Busta Rhymes, Tupac, um, 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 NWA, who else? Too Short. You know, man, it's like so
So
many.
many.
Yeah, you know, you got Boogie Down Productions. You know what I'm saying? BDP. You know what I'm saying? You got Noriega. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I mean,
Talk about the
I
good
listen.
stuff.
Yeah, I listen to these cats, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, the styles, that's what I'm all about, is the styles. Because once you can reach a person with the style, with any type of style, you can't help but to blow up,
That's right.
you know,
So what do you think is the most important skill for a musician to develop in today's industry? Because we both know that today in the music is different from back then. It was the
yeah,
cassette tapes, it was the vinyl, it was the
right,
CDs, and you can get out there and you can hustle, selling a CD to somebody or go to a corner store and
yeah,
find a CD. But now, people are literally using their phones to record songs. They're streaming this music that's barely paying them anything. Back then we recorded until, they recorded and recorded and recorded
yeah,
until they got a hit. They had people voting, to say this is a hit. But
yeah.
now in this industry, what do you think is the most important skill for a musician, being that it's so easy?
Um, the most important skill is to learn. You have to learn and listen. You have to learn. Okay, if you're gonna be a rapper, you have to learn all different type of styles. If you're gonna be a producer, you gotta listen to those sounds, those little eerie sounds that you hear in beats. That's like real quiet. Those is the ones that's catchy.
Mm.
You got to know what the crowd like. Nowadays they got this trap music and stuff like that going on. And it's a lot of people trended to that. But at the same time, it's starting to evolve back into the older schools because you
Mhm.
got these OG rappers, which is LL Cool J. Him and Eminem just came out with a song that's so fire. Then you got Ice Cube
What
came.
song they came out with? I gotta
Um,
check that out.
it's a song called Rock. It's like Rock the Bells almost because he used a sample from his old school song.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fire. And he did another one called it's kind of he used a sample from Mama Said Knock You Out and a little bit of
no.
yes he did. Him and
Mm.
yeah, it's going down. Yeah, so Ice Cube just came out with something new. You know what I'm saying? And so he's basically letting them know, look, hey, I'm the one that started this.
Ice
I'm the
Cube
one
sick
that
with the beats though. They done play
yeah,
with him now. He's sick with the
yeah,
beats.
yeah, he is. Yeah, most definitely. You
So,
know,
with artists out there now, it's
mhm.
either, I always ask any artist that come across the platform, what is the most important factor for you? The lyrics or the beat? Now, of course, the lyrics mean something. Yes.
Mhm.
But if I hear that beat and that beat, I'm just gonna be honest. If that beat is trash, I'm
Yeah,
not listening to that song, so I'm never gonna hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Skip
right.
next. So, what is the most important aspect you think it is when it comes down to making a hit or a beat, a song, the lyrics or the beat?
To me, it's both. Because you can get touched by the things I say. You can get touched when the Mac 10 sproils. Homie, ain't no ducking this shit when it comes your way. Because either way it goes, I'm going to touch you. Right? But at the same time, now, if you got a cold beat, you know what I'm saying, that's going to make a person say, oh, yeah, that's what's up. You know what I'm
Gotta give
saying?
me two-stepping, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that. That's the only way it's gonna work. You gotta have both. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, if you're doing everything that you can do, take your song and shop it around, you know what I'm saying? Let people hear it. That's
Right.
why I do free music. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is, if somebody hear it, they're not gonna waste their money on something that they never heard before. So
That facts.
right, you know what I'm saying? So here it is. If you hear something and it moves you, it make you catch the Holy Ghost, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and it moves your soul. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Then you
Right.
got some fire. If it give you
Exactly.
chill bumps, then you got some fire. You
But you
know.
know what though? Artists now, like back in the day, and I'm old school, so I'm
Mhm.
always gonna say back in the day, they made albums. Those
Yeah,
those those albums where it was like 16, songs. But
yeah,
now the artists are gravitating towards the singles and the EPs. but I think they're making a smarter move because you think about it. I'll say you the last album that I listened to from Boys to Men to me was trash.
Right.
It was trash. So I feel like when you put those EPs out, you're testing out your music and your songs because you might put 4 songs out and maybe out of those 4, maybe 2 of them are hitting.
Yeah.
Then you put another EP out there of 4 songs and maybe the whole 4 is hitting. So now you're getting closer and closer to the album. So when you create that album, it's going to be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So do you think that's a better approach for the artists today to do the EPs and the singles versus back then when they did full albums and maybe 2 or 3 songs up there were good?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a good move nowadays because you got all this digitized stuff. You don't have people that's playing the guitars, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, in studios because that costs money. So therefore, in order to save money, you have to go and do some digitized stuff, which is more easier because you're working with samples. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you got the MP3 player and you creating your own, you know what I'm saying? So you building your own repertoire far as making a person move, making a person feel your beat, making a person, you know what I'm saying, do all of that. And it's like nowadays, because here it is, I'm one of the ones that'll put a maxi single out. And the maxi single only holds 2 songs and an instrumental.
Wait
That's
a
a
minute.
maxi single.
You said a maxi single. MAXI. Maxi single.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. And you said
Yeah.
it's 2 songs?
Yes, 2 songs and an instrumental.
Oh.
Yeah.
But so is that instrumental based off the 2 songs, or that's just a complete different instrumental that's not related to those 2 songs?
It's either or, whichever way you want to do it. If you feel that okay, you can reach your audience with just your beat, as far as the DJs, then do that. Or either just give somebody something to write to. You know what I'm saying? Give these non-existing artists something to write to. You know?
I like that. I like that because that's pretty much like an example of your work on all levels. That's basically what that is, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fire.
Oh yeah. And you get paid more.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so because you got that instrumental and you got those 2 songs attached to it. Wow.
That's right.
So what challenges have you faced as an artist, and how did you overcome them? Because we all know that when it comes down to getting paid and when it comes down to spending money, those are like the biggest challenges. But outside of those, the ones that we do know of, what challenges have you faced and how have you overcome?
I faced a lot of challenges. Man, I'm a recovering drug addict. I'm gonna put it like that. When I got here, you know what I'm saying, I ran through a lot of money. I had got a check for 3.5 million. Bought my mom a house. Bought her an old school Lincoln. You know what I'm saying, and just blew through everything else. But I made sure that my kids was all right. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids, you know what I'm saying? And I made sure that they was set for college or whatever they wanted to do with it. But I just blew through it, like smoking methamphetamines, so I had got hooked on that and lost my studio, which was only inside my apartment anyway. Not only that, I started shying away from music because I felt that I was addicted to drugs, so I wouldn't shine no more. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to let nobody know that okay, he lost all his weight due to drugs and alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So I chose to put it on a rack for a minute. But now it's like I can't hold still. I can't hold still no longer. I just basically got released from jail. You know what I'm saying? I did some stupid stuff while I was quote unquote while I was high. You know what I'm saying? my dog was being abused, so I went over there and I took care of that. I went to jail for it, paid my dues for it. So, I'm saying, I'm doing me. Right now, I got out after I got out within like a week, I got a 4-bedroom house and I'm putting it all back together. You know what I'm saying? I still get my royalties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I'd like put that, like, hold up, I ain't finna blow up no more money. You know what I'm saying? I gotta save this and do what I need to do with it, So, it's like I'm waiting until I get fully recovered, because I'm a mentor as well. I got people that's looking at me that's like, man, you'll be a good advocate for these clients in this program, so I got that going for me too as well. So I'm doing pretty good.
Well, you know what? That just says that your past does not define who you are.
Yes,
That,
ma'am.
everybody deserves that second chance. Everybody deserves to be the person that they were born to be. Everybody's going to go through some obstacles in life. So everybody's going to have stumbling blocks. But
Yeah.
what's truly in you, you're not going to depart from. That's just like when you go to church
Yeah.
and you learn about God, your mom, your dad, and everybody teaches you about God. And then you
Yeah.
go out here in the world and you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're not going to depart from his word. You're going to still come back.
Yes.
So it was just a test. It was just a test of your faith. It was a test of your strength. It was a test of you, period. So
Mm-hmm.
now you're able to put the pieces back together. It may not happen overnight,
Yeah.
but it's going to happen
Oh yeah.
because it was in your story.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's like I just have to take one stepping stone at a time, and just make sure that I got all my bases covered this time. Not only that, I got artists up here that that I used to work with, that they seen me in my addiction too, and it was like, Jay, just come back, man, just come back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fighting back. Every day that I go outside of this house is a fight. Because here it is. I tune to not go around the same areas that I used to,
Right.
where I used to use that. So therefore, I chose to do different areas.
Right.
True enough, I still got respect in that hood, but at the same time, it's like I don't want that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want people to see me shine from a different area. So that's why I'm fighting for my music. That's why I'm studying pumping out different tracks. I got 23 tracks right now ready. You know what I'm saying? And none of them is trash. All of them is fire. If you want to, you can check them out. They on Reverb. I got songs and stuff that I did on
I've
Reverb.
already been checking you out. I do my homework. I've already been listening to some of those beats. Trust me, I was up all night listening to some of those beats. So I
Okay.
already know what you got on. Y'all already know. So
Hey,
how do you stay motivated? It's hard. It's really hard to stay motivated and inspired, especially in this industry that's constantly changing. Every day there's something different. It's oversaturated with so many different artists, so many different people and blends. How are you standing out in that, and how are you staying motivated at the same time?
um, I stay motivated because of the struggle. Whatever I go through is, what I'm saying, it's real, and I treat it as real. Um, if I say, okay, I'm finna bang out a beat, I'm finna sit down and just get it,
Right.
because I'm finna put my emotions on that beat. I'm finna put all of my feelings into that beat, So that's how I stay motivated and stay positive, because I put God first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything else can follow. That's how I look at it.
So what does that creative process look like when when you write? You have to be in a certain mood. And now you do beats too. So you writing and you doing beats. So what does that process look like? Because you have to first get the beat. I don't know. I have to listen to the beat in order to write first. So what does that process look like for you for creating a beat, a song, and putting it together?
um, it's like, man, it's hard to explain, because here it is. I'm the type of person, if I can hear it in my head, I'm gonna put it down. you know. And so when I put it down on digitally, as far as, you know what I'm saying, my music, my beats and stuff go, I put the beat down first and then I write to it, you know.
Right.
And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it comes to me in the spirit form, which is, you know what I'm saying, in my mind, and I'm just going at it, you know. That's how I come up with some of my concepts of my beats.
I love it. Now, you said earlier you had a nonprofit studio where you will allow people, they got 50 Cent. You
Yeah,
allow them to come there and record their track. What inspired you to start that nonprofit to help other artists?
because I wanted to give back to the community. Not only that, I know it's a struggle out here for artists, you know, and all that they want to do is be heard, you know. So
Nice.
that's my whole thing on that.
So far, out of everything that you've done on this journey in music, what
Mhm.
has been the most, I say, the most memorable moment or milestone that you've had so far? Have you had that moment in your life where you're like, yes, I made it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. When I first when we first signed with Rap a Lot, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, yeah, they really feeling me now. You know what I'm saying? I can bang hit after hit after hit. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna go with it. You know, because they know that I know what the crowd likes. You know, so it was like when I went on tour for them 3 years. Oh yeah, it was known. Yeah, J Dub is a motherfucker. Excuse my excuse my French,
so
but
so what do you think was the most difficult song or album that you worked on so far? And why do you think it was difficult? Because I know you say you've done a lot of songs. So
mhm.
could you pick out of all those songs? I know it's like picking like a baby out of the situation. With my kids, that's my word. But I need you to say what your most difficult one was and your most favorite one to work on.
um, I'm gonna go with the favorite one first. That was Pope Pimp. Pope Pimp was the favorite one because I masterminded it. I put it together. I brought it all to AK and was like, look, AK, this is what's going on. We're gonna have a twist on this joint, and we're gonna have Johnny P sing the hook, you know, and we're gonna have you with a verse, me with a verse, and B-Lo with a verse, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. But at the same time, I was like, I had got shy. I was like, I can't rap. No, AK, you got to
You
do
got
both of these.
shy.
I got shy right there at the moment. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
Yes, I did. That's why AK got two verses.
Oh my God. You know what?
Yes, I did. I got shy at the moment, you know, which all led to goodness anyway, because here it is, you know, the song did blow up, you know, um, um, because when I was like, see, we got this place that we all used to go and hang out, which is called the Flea Market in Chicago. It's on Madison Street, Madison and Pulaski. So when Twister talking about Madison and Pulaski, that's what he's talking about. Hanging outside of the flea market, you know what I'm saying, or either like downstairs at the flea market. And like I say the most hard song it took for me, right after right after right after right. Nope, still ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? It was this song called 6 Mil.
Mm.
You know that we came out with. Um, it was like, no, it got a hit. Like, I need Nard. I need you to do your verse. You got to say your verse like RBX. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was like, you know what I'm saying, we just kept going back and forth over it. You know what I'm saying? Finally he got it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, it was a good hit, you know, so
I love it. 6 mil. I gotta check that out.
oh yeah.
So, in your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
how has the rise of the streaming platforms changed the music industry? Was it for the good or was it for the bad?
To me, the platform for the streaming, it's for the good, you know, because a person can get on there and just take off, you know, real easy, because that way the only thing you have to do is just shop it at send it to every record label or wherever, you know what I'm saying? Or either you can do half of a song and then send it to a certain artist that you want on it. As long as you got that money for it, then that's it, you know?
That's true. That's true. That's true. I mean, I guess it would have made it easier for people to collaborate, from in different areas and stuff like that. But when it comes down to putting them, you have to have another hustle until
Yeah,
you can get where you're
yeah,
going because you're
yes.
not making the money unless it takes off. And some people are out there not really, I feel like it's hard to stay authentic in the music industry because you
Mm-hmm.
got so many people coming to you saying, well, I sign you, and then now you done sold yourself to the devil. So
Right, you sold
it's really
yourself for some
hard,
Oh yeah, you sold yourself for a pack of Newports and a
Oh,
bag.
okay. A pack of Newports and a can of Pepsi. I mean, it's really like that out there, though.
Yes, it is. I mean,
Okay.
you just gotta have a nice lawyer to go over your contract with you, before you sign anything, you
Or be
know.
independent.
Yeah, or be independent. Independent takes a little while, but at the same time, if you collaborate with different
And
artists,
faster.
like, what I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna do a verse on your song, you're gonna do a verse on my song.
Mine.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? To whereas a person could do that and then let somebody else hear it and be like, oh man, y'all killed it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Man, this has been a great conversation. I always like talking about music. Music. I've been about music all my life, and when it comes down to having a conversation about music, I'll be like excited. So this has been a great conversation. I'm down to my last question for you. Now, this is out of box question. I like to ask all my guests. If you could have a conversation with your future self, what questions would you ask and what would you say?
The question I was asked is where I'm going. Where are you going? Where are you going with this? Is this something that you really want? Is this something that you really want the people to hear? You know, I don't know how to say it, but like if you know that your struggle is real, write about it. Feel it. Like my girl say, fill your cup up. You know what I'm saying? And just let it all overflow with joy because, you know what I'm saying, once you do that, then people will see you and people will see your shine. People will see you as you growing in the industry as well. I try to stay positive in everything I do now because I know negative won't get me paid. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. So this is what I like to call the 30 seconds of fame. This is your moment to shine, to let everybody know where they can find your music, how they can, follow your journey as you start and regroup and repurpose.
Right.
So I'm gonna give you the platform and then also give some advice to somebody out there that may have went through some things like you went through in your life, but
Mm-hmm.
now they're turning it around, but they get discouraged sometimes. All right. So this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
your time.
I just want to say to the people out there, no matter what you're going through, if you know that you are an artist of many talents or some talents, find it, do it, make it yours, own it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let yourself because you fell off the horse. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, do what you got to do to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? And get back in the game. You know, just man, you can if you want, you can check me out on Facebook, James Sparrow. You can check me out on Reverb Nation, James Sparrow, and my artist Reverb Nation is J Dub. Um, you can check me out on. You can check some of my beats out on Loudly, which is James Sparrow. Um, man, I don't. Man, this 30 seconds is a lot, but at the same time, hey, I'm handling it.
This 30 seconds is a lot. That was good. So let me get him off the stage. That was funny.
No, I just
Oh
summed it
man.
up.
Well, thank you so much for being a guest and allowing me to shine the light on you today as an artist and all these many hats that you are wearing.
Yes,
I
sir.
look forward to working with you in the future, and you need to get me some of those beats in MP3 form
I
so
got
I
you.
can highlight them over here because that's the
Yes,
only way I'm
man.
gonna be able to do it. I tried to get your
I
beat
got you.
together. I was like, oh, I can't get this beat. So let's listen. We in it to win it. We got to do it together in order to get to the top, and I truly believe that. So make
Yeah,
sure you get me those beats now.
I got you. I got you.
And
I
thank
got
you again. Thank you again for being a guest. And we in it. Let's get it.
you. Ma'am. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
We definitely gonna get it.
And thank you so much to everyone else out there that's looking at this amazing episode. Man, listen, we got to check these beats out. He got to give me those beats so I can let you know what he's all about. He's a man that's wearing so many hats, and sometimes those hats can get hard to wear for real. So I hope that this episode has enlightened you, encouraged you, and maybe gave you a reminder that, you know what, I can do what I've been wanting to do all my life, and gave you just that fuel that you need to be the better version of yourself. So as we continue this journey together, remember that your voice matters, your life matters, and no matter what you're trying to do, guess what? Just get up and do it anyway. So I encourage you to reflect, share, and continue to break the silence in your own lives. So until next time, stay blessed.